Yo, what is good, NYU? We are back with the Silence Behind the Violence podcast, episode number 13. And for episode number 13, joined by two members of NYU's baseball team, Mike Montenegro and Gabe LaCagnina. Guys, thank you for joining.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us, Kyle.
Appreciate
Good to be here.
Yeah, definitely. Big requested, very big and highly requested individuals from the team, especially Mike. I have the receipts to prove it. But as I look at this line of questioning here, let's just get right into it. What got you guys each into the game of baseball?
I can start that off. That was kind of an easy one. My brother, I have an older brother, my father, all baseball players. I come from kind of a long line of baseball players, so I've been swinging a bat, throwing a ball basically since I was able to stand. And I think Gabe probably has a similar story with that.
Yeah, same exact thing. My brother and dad both played college baseball at the Division I level. And then my dad's, I think it was his grandpa, he actually has a picture in our house of him catching. It's like a black and white photo from forever ago. So that's been a long time, I guess, history for us.
That's what school did they go to?
My dad played at Rider in New Jersey, and then my brother just graduated in 2020 from Davidson College.
Davidson.
Yeah,
Shout
Steph
out.
Curry.
Yeah, that's right. Forever etched.
Oh, yeah.
Into the history. I wanted to ask next about you guys' favorite teams, favorite sports teams, and why are they what they are?
I guess I'll start with baseball, obviously. Well, my whole life I was Mets fan because my family was always Yankee fans, and I just felt like I had to be like the opposite of that.
Contrary.
Yeah, but now living in New York City, I really thought like I had to be a Yankees fan. So it's like you got to be that guy.
So you just switched up like that?
Yeah, I thought that was honestly what was best for everyone.
Growing up in Florida, did you ever go to spring training at all, or?
Yeah, I went to a couple Yankees games actually. I don't really remember who they were playing or anything, and then also some Rays games and Marlins games. But yeah.
Did it feel full circle to like be at Steinbrenner Field then?
Oh yeah, that was an awesome experience going down there and playing in that stadium. But yeah.
Okay, dope. How about you, Mike?
Big time Yankee fan, lifelong, no doubt about it. Part of why I ended up here playing baseball in the city. And I have a grandfather, big Yankee guy. So we'd sit around and watch the Yankee games all summer long. However, that caused a little bit of turmoil because my father's a Mets fan, as is my brother. So there was that rivalry going on in the house. But I think it speaks for itself. Who owns that rivalry. So
yeah, definitely. As a Toms River guy, was Todd Frazier like a big name for you guys in the crib growing up?
Oh yeah. Todd's the man. And he does a great job of staying around and talking to the guys. He went to my high school, Toms River South. So I mean, I've met Todd plenty of times. I know him well. He's a great guy. He's and he does a lot giving back. He bought the entire team cleats one time.
Wow.
Yeah, that was huge because a lot of guys, at that team was like pulling together whatever they could, running out there with Nike Hyper Dunks, Black Forces.
Menace.
So, yeah.
Menace footwear.
But he's great. He's great. So he's around. He's doing his thing, and he's a big influence on a lot of the guys, a lot of the ball players from TR for sure.
That's dope. Okay, maybe we'll clip that and then see what he can do for the boys.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
shout out Todd, baby.
Yeah, for real. As far as just like when you guys were coming up, right? Like I know that like at any college program that you go to, every player on that team like was the guy. Like on the men's side, same thing for the women. Like they were that player in their respective hometowns. At what point for each of you did you know you could compete at this level, where maybe it was a certain moment, a big play, even a big game overall? I went 4 for 5 with 2 doubles against the defending state champion, whatever that might have been. Feedback from a certain person. At what point did you know that you could compete at this level?
I actually got a pretty specific moment that my friend reminded me of last year. Sophomore year of high school, first year on varsity, I hit a home run off of Ben Joyce, who, if anyone knows, threw 105 for Tennessee like 2 years ago. But yeah, he wasn't up to 105 back then, maybe like upper 90s. But yeah, home run off him. That was when I was like, okay, I could probably play college baseball.
It was just straight heater?
Yeah, it was hit so far too.
Turned that right around.
Solid. How about you, Mike?
I don't have any really specific moments like that, but I would say, like my dad always said, people are going to always give up. It's the people who don't give up who get somewhere. And I remember playing, and I was never really like the big guy. A lot of kids hit that growth spurt early, and they're, the big guy on the little field, and they're hitting home runs. And that was never really me. I just liked playing the game. I loved doing it with my dad, my brother. And I think it was when I noticed like a lot of the guys who were good early started to give up. and a lot of guys quit on it. And I was like, I'm not quitting right now. Like, I can't believe, I'm still going for whatever reason. I'm still going. I'm still playing. And I was like, I'm just getting better and better. And, I guess I started to feel, as I got bigger and stronger, I could probably compete at this level. But I think it had more to do with the fact that, like, I don't quit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was like one of those things. Everyone else is quitting and I'm still here. So I could play here for sure. No doubt about it.
Yeah, I think the mindset is a big part of it. I also wanted to, as you guys were each talking about your respective upbringings, like for sport, did you guys play any other sports growing up?
I did not. My mom honestly did not let me play any other sports. She thought it was a little too dangerous, football or basketball. I would have loved to, but also not the craziest athletic person ever. So baseball honestly kind of works out for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How about you, Mike?
I could hand out some buckets here and there, That's about it. I played a little hoops. I ran a little bit across country. I wasn't a great runner. Not really a running guy. I like to stay stationary, hold my ground.
Yeah.
But that was about it. Big hoops family, big ball sports kind of family. A little tennis here and there. I'll give you the work in ping pong if I need it. But that's about it.
Who's the best hooper on the team, on the baseball team?
Nick Argenziano. Not even close.
Yeah,
Dude actually gets buckets at Palladium all the time if you ever see him.
No, I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
He sprayed me like many a time.
He's gross.
We were playing pickup. I think it was end of last academic year, and he's pulling up from like 38. I'm like, that's ignorant. It's water.
He drains it.
Water.
Yeah, every time.
No.
I've seen Nick A pull up from the logo more than a few times. Shout out Nick A, bro.
Yeah, logo Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. He also DM'd the NYU Athletics account yesterday. I was like, need to get on that pod with 7 Ds. And I was like, damn. I was like, who gonna tell him that? I already scheduled. Yeah. We'll do a part 2. Yeah. We'll do a part 2, especially as a baseball guy myself. Do you have a welcome to college moment? Maybe that was in preseason of, one of your like first seasons here where you faced an upperclassman or even a conversation with an upperclassman. It could have been academic. What was your welcome to college moment for you?
This kid, Grant Berman, probably just screaming at us 24/7 as a freshman. And honestly, like now that I look back at it, it's kind of like a joking manner, but he was like really scary to look at, I'd say, freshman year. But yeah.
He's a strong dude.
Yeah, nothing too specific on that. I don't know.
Grant was a unit. I remember talking with him last year. Dude
oh,
was
yeah.
strong.
He was good. Good baseball guy.
For sure.
Yeah, I'd say Grant Berman also, to be honest with you. He was a force. I love Grant, though. Shout out Grant. He was a force, when we first got here. And I remember being a little intimidated by him right at the start. But, we ended up getting along really well. And he taught me a lot of stuff and made me a lot better of a baseball player and a lot better in a lot of areas of especially college, because he's been through the ringer here. He's been through it. And he he had his way. I think a lot of guys, maybe weren't used to that. But I loved it. He was kind of loud, hard-nosed, and give it to you straight kind of guy. But, that was kind of my welcome to college. Like, okay, no playing around here. Like, you're a freshman, you got to figure it out. Like, so that's that.
Yeah, it was Grant that commented, among others, on yesterday's jersey reveal post. And he was like,
that.
Good timing on the new threads. And I was
Grant's
like,
salty.
He's probably
Grant's
upset
salty
about
those
that
threads.
one. Hey, you can always come back another year.
That's right, yeah. I wanted to reply back to him. I was like, hey, man, can't please them all, bro. It had to happen at some point. I mean, same thing with this new building, right?
Oh, yeah.
We just toured it right before. And I'm sure there are people that just graduated or moved on, whatever it was. And they're like, damn, like good timing on a whole new facility. But it is what it is. It's just the nature of the beast. First opposing pitcher to bust your ass. So maybe it honestly, it doesn't even necessarily have to be like 3 up, 3 down, like 3 pitches. But we're just like, yo, like I ain't never seen, a movement like that or whatever it might have been. So first opposing pitcher to bust your ass.
Junior year of high school, Carson Palmquist, he's on the Rockies now. Yeah, he played at U Miami. He threw a perfect game against us, 7 innings. I think he had 18 strikeouts. And probably the nastiest slide I've ever seen in my life. I faced 9 pitches in 3 at-bats, 3 strikeouts.
Damn.
That was my out.
So, like, the 3 people in that lineup to not strike out, they had to have been like, yo, I got to keep that ball.
Yeah.
Ground out to short. They were like,
literally, there was like a soft ground ball. It was like, hey, at least I hit it, It's a big thing.
that's tough.
I would say Absolutely nobody. There's never been a pitcher that I've been afraid of, not once ever. I've seen a lot of good pitchers. None of them ever have I been like, you know what, this guy's better than me. This guy's overmatching me. And I would challenge anyone in the UAA to throw me a fastball down the middle. You can give me your best stuff. I'm going to put that crap into the harbor. So
Yeah, at Coney Island in particular.
Absolutely.
Because
Or Staten Island. I'll just hit it
Right.
that far.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we've been finding a plus 18 feet at Coney Island in comparison to Staten Island.
That's definitely true.
Yeah.
Believe it.
What drew you each to NYU, just overall? Obviously, we were talking a little bit about it before the cameras cut on, about just the lore of being in the city. But for each of you guys to really just break down, what drew you to the university?
Definitely, obviously, like you said, New York. Academics was always the biggest thing. My mom always was pushing for that. And honestly, like I knew I was gonna meet some pretty like cool people out here. I live with Nick and Mike, and those are just like the best guys I've ever met in my life. So yeah.
He's gassing.
No, I'm being for real though. I'm being for real.
Right.
Don't come close.
I would say probably the same thing. I was always kind of an academics first guy. That was something that's, kind of been preached in my family. And I love baseball, but I was really focused on school and getting into the best school that I could. And NYU just, I was talking to a lot of good schools and, there was a lot of good opportunities, but NYU just felt right. Like I remember coming here with my mom and we were just kind of walking around campus, Coach Kimbler showing us around. And something felt right. I was like, this is where I need to be. This is exciting. Like there's so much here that I feel like I have to discover and figure out. And it's been great. It's kind of like, to this day, I've been here for years now and I'm still figuring stuff out every day. It feels like a new school almost every time I walk outside. So that's why I love it.
I feel the same way, and I was born and raised in New York. Like I was born and raised in Queens, and yeah, like every time I pop out to like a different part of the city, I'm like, yo, I've never been here before in my life, and I'm 27. So age reveal for the podcast. I don't know that was ever disclosed.
We'll clip that
Yeah.
out.
We were talking a little bit about it before, and especially before the cameras went on, about just the home venues that you play at. So that I suppose you can include Steinbrenner Field and the spring training component to that. But yeah, getting to play at what is now Maimonides, Staten Island, and the Ferry Hawks home over there, compared to your typical Division III institution, like talk about what that's like, getting to play at, really just an unbelievable experience at a stadium that, like it's very well kept. You have an actual backdrop. It's not just a set of bleachers that are like super sad and metal and cold and in the rain. Like what that was like for the first time that you got to tour it, like as a recruit, if you did, in addition to your actual time, like first time playing on that field.
Yeah, I think I think I speak on behalf of everyone at our school when we say we're extremely grateful for, where we're able to play, especially in the city. I mean, there's just not a lot of space in the city to do much at all. It's just everything is like packed to the brim with stuff. So to be able to have, not just a field that's good, but a field that's well kept, like you said, it's maintained. There's a staff always, making sure everything's running smoothly. It's definitely not something we take for granted because it's a great ballpark. And like you said, in comparison to a lot of like the other D3 or even Division I schools, and all the college baseball schools around the country, we have it basically as good as you can get. So that's something we don't take for granted. And it's great.
Mike kind of hit it on the nose right there, but yeah, like world-class facility basically. Oh God.
It's that good.
Yeah, it's that good. It's such a good
Brings up
place
the
to play.
tears.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have much else to say to that. I don't know. You kind of.
Well, what positions do you guys play again?
I'm a third baseman.
You're a catcher.
And I'm a catcher, yeah.
Yeah. At third, I mean, when you're playing on turf, like it's a godsend.
Oh yeah.
Because,
Oh.
you know what I'm saying? You get a rocket over there and it like hits a pebble on a grass field, clipped.
Yeah, it's hitting me in the shoulder, in the face. I've been hit in the face before on grass fields, but yeah, playing at like MCU or at Staten Island, I mean that ball just like sits right on the ground. I just throw my glove down. I'm gonna make the play most of the time.
Yeah, chilling. No,
Never
that's
a
also
problem.
why you can't wear those sunglasses because you get a bad hop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't trust that.
I've actually played at Maimonides before. I know like MCU for forever,
yeah.
but like I played there. So I'm a weekend warrior playing a men's league in Central Park. So if you're listening and and you're a baseball fan, we know that you are. Come through to Central Park on the weekends in the summer. We play April through August. But anyways.
Yes, sir. Watch my boy Kyle go
Oh,
off.
yeah, second baseman. Yeah, calm 320 for the season.
I saw those highlights on your gram. I saw
you seen
that.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
looking.
Not the worst swing.
My
great
man's
swing.
humble, but he can ball.
Yeah, he
He
can
can ball.
ball.
We've seen it.
I got eligibility, bro.
Come on, baby.
played with us.
Yeah, Dakota. Never heard of him. No, I'm playing. Actually, did he not show up to media day, or was he there?
Yeah, I think he had something
couldn't make
going
it,
on
right?
that
Oh,
day.
really?
There was
yeah.
there were like 3 people that I had on my end where like I didn't have a headshot for them, and I was like, damn. I was like, because I don't think we're doing this media day thing again this year.
Oh,
so,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess we'll
Is
find out.
that it for Dacky Fresh?
It might be. Sorry, DB.
The generic picture on the website is just gonna be a gray picture.
Yeah, the gray silhouette, the Facebook picture. No, we should do the Twitter egg. But anyways, yeah, so like it was fire because we made it to the championship this past season, and it was a best of 3. So, well, even before that, there's like a first round of the playoffs and this championship, and both rounds are best of 3. The first 2 games are a doubleheader on the same day, 2 7s, and then if you make it to game 3, it's a single 9 the following day. So game 1 of the first playoff round, it's zip, bottom of the 7th, 2nd and 3rd, I'm up, and I put on like a 12, 13 pitch at bat. Ends up walking.
Kimbler would love that.
Oh
Let me tell
yeah.
you.
No,
Kimbler would
any
love
college coach. Oh my
They're
God.
eating that up.
Textbook.
Yeah,
They
I
love
know,
that.
going nuts over that. They're like, yo, let him cook. So I work a hell of an at bat, but I end up walking. So bases loaded, 2 outs. Got this dude behind us. He had been having a pretty down year to that point. He had been having a pretty down year, and so he's in there, takes the first pitch straight down the right there, and so 0-1. It's looking slow. We're like, damn. Like, I don't know if we're going to make this go to extras or whatever. So then, next pitch, I'm on first. I'm looking across the diamond. We got like the fastest dude in the league at third. Straight steal a home. Absolute, just ignorant. But
Stop the cat.
slid in there,
Yeah,
1-1 zip. And then, when you lose that way in a best of 3, when you drop
yeah.
game 1 that way.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yo,
It's
that's
over.
tough.
Yeah.
That's tough, yeah. So then we go on to the championship. We split the doubleheader on that Saturday at Central Park. We play game 3 at Coney Island. Unbelievable experience.
Unreal.
So
It's
it's
unreal.
To have a dugout with the railing and you feel like a big leaguer
Yeah.
leaning over it.
The half set railing.
it's
Yeah,
so
I love
cool,
that.
dude.
Nice cushion up there.
Yeah, and then it also makes you feel so small when you see big leaguers like celebrating a walk-off and they just step over the railing with such ease, like a wrestler, and you're like, yo, how they did that. So yeah, it's super cool. It was so cool to have gotten to play there. That was like the first stadium I've ever played at, and literally as I was out there, I was like, yo, this is legit what it feels like for NYU to be out here.
Yeah.
So
It's
was
real
super
nice.
cool. And we played in like August, so it wasn't like it was hot. It
nice
wasn't
out, yeah.
It wasn't like 30 degrees.
Because some
when
of
you
these
guys got
games,
there.
man, are freezing.
Yeah,
Oh my!
it's tough.
Last year, first game,
Yeah.
it was maybe 20-something degrees. It was horrible.
I
We had
recall
a few games like that. Most of the games were like
Most
that.
of the games were freezing.
Until
yeah.
the end of
Yeah.
the season, it warms up a little bit. But
Yeah. No, I mean, spring sports, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to next talk about how, like, for the travel ball circuit, assuming that you guys played some level of travel ball, like your family's role in that, just because, like, families are just like the entire backbone to really any student athlete's career, but especially on like the AAU, the travel ball circuit, how they may have factored into, what that was like for you guys coming up.
Yeah, I'll forever be grateful to my mom and dad for always taking me. It was almost like every weekend, every summer, just playing baseball, wherever it was, whether it was a quick trip up to Fort Myers. I live in Naples, so that was like a 30-minute trip. But then sometimes we were going to like Atlanta to play, and that was always fun. And I just can't thank them enough for honestly bringing me to that, and that's what got me, I guess, to NYU. So yeah, it all works out. And thanks, mom and dad. Appreciate that.
That's cool stuff, man. How about you?
yeah, same thing over here. I'm so grateful to have the family that I do. Everyone, I have, we're a family of 5, including me. So I have a little sister, real little, and an older brother, mom and a dad. And, we've been all over the map, like all over the map. And I think I speak on behalf of everyone when I say you have to kind of move around and do a lot of different things when you're in the recruiting process. And it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy. And everyone was there kind of every step of the way. So whether it's, high school games, my little sister, she was like 10 years old at the time. She's like, it's freezing cold out there and she's playing in, sandcastles while we're like grinding out like a 7-inning war.
Right.
Or my dad, we're just on the road going wherever the next showcase is, the next tournament is. And, just with me every step of the way, never complaining, always happy to be there, and just I wouldn't have done it without them. So love you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, glad to hear that for sure. I think families, they often get forgotten about a little bit, like kind of the unsung heroes in many ways.
Absolutely.
When it comes to student athletes and really just getting to where they're at. New uniforms were just unveiled on Monday. They look really good. I know you guys didn't get to hold the pinstripes in hand yet because they haven't been delivered just yet. But, you know, if you guys want to just shell out your thoughts on how they're looking, especially compared to last year's.
I think these might be the best uniforms in all of college baseball right now. I'm not kidding. Like,
Yeah.
that's not even biased. Like, those pinstripes are the most unreal jerseys I've
Crispy.
seen. Purple pennies, unbelievable.
Yeah.
The purple pins are crispy.
Yeah.
Like outrageously crispy. Honestly, all the uniforms are crispy, but like the purple pins are going to be really nice. It feels like they've been kind of listening to like what we've been talking about because we've been talking about it. Oh, these would be so cool. Okay, well that's like ridiculous. We're not going to get purple pins. We got purple pins.
Yeah, it's cool,
Come on,
man.
baby.
No, it's cool because like there was a whole process to it. Like at the end of the last academic year, where you know we got a bunch of new logos and stuff, but it hadn't hit. Like we do that digitally. It's easy to implement that digitally, but like on actual like physical items, like we had a whole process of like sitting down on a Zoom with a few different student athletes from each team. So I don't remember who it was that we sat with for baseball. It might have been some seniors at that point, maybe. But yeah, even just seeing the renderings, they were just like bought in all the way through. Yeah, the pinstripes are unbelievable. Those are gonna look really good. I'm excited for you guys.
Very good.
Yeah, they got sell those in the bookstore. For real?
Do they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Oh,
No,
yeah,
we
yeah, they
need
should.
to.
You
They
would buy
should.
jerseys. Come on.
No, the next thing that you guys need, the turtleneck with the team logo.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be
you ever
crispy.
see that in the
That'd be
bigs?
crispy. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. You never see that in the bigs much just because they only have it for like one player. And
Yeah.
it's like usually like their best player.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Like, could you imagine that? Like the UAA and then the Violets.
Oh, it'd be so crispy.
But then like a short sleeve turtleneck plus
That'd be
7
sick.
drip.
Oh, yeah.
Plus 7
Yeah,
drip.
yeah.
It's
Always
the
fire.
drip.
Thing is, though, I'm not a big turtleneck. I don't really like the turtleneck too much.
The
You know,
feel?
I end up snipping it. Like actually, yeah, I end up snipping the top, and I just rock the like the crew neck look. But if it had the logo, I'd probably keep it. To be honest,
I'm a huge turtleneck guy. I like to stay as warm
Gabe
as
loves the
possible, even
turtleneck.
if it means less movement. I love it. I got to be warm out there.
Stiff as a board. Feel that. One of my boys, when I was growing up, he was like, yo, baseball is the only sport where you can just actively eat like pretty close to full meals while you're out there just chilling. And so among those is sunflower seeds. Are you guys sunflower seed guys?
Huge sunflower seed guy, but also going back to that, I didn't play much last year, and I would honestly, I don't know if like I could even say this, but every half inning, I think I ate a Snickers and a Kit Kat. So I was up there like 18 Kit Kats and Snickers every game, and no one knew where they were going, but they were going right in my stomach. So there's
You
that.
can say that. It's
Okay.
just wild that you said that.
Yeah.
there it is. It's revealed.
Yeah,
The mystery's over.
the source.
You heard it
Yeah.
here first.
Okay, how about you? You sunflower seed guy at all?
I do like sunflower seeds. I don't really go out of my way, but if they're there, I'll have them. You know.
Flavor. You got favorite flavors? Or?
What's that Taco Bell one? You know what I'm talking about? You ever seen that?
No.
There's a taco. It's like a Supreme. Is that a thing? I don't know. Supreme Taco Bell. I don't know. It's unreal.
Way. Like
I think we gotta look
like
that up.
David's. Like, is that a David's
Yeah,
seed?
I think so. Yeah.
What are some others that you mess with?
What is that? Barbecue.
Oh yeah, barbecue.
Yeah, that's a big hit on the team.
I like the salt and peppers. I'm a
Oh,
salt
yeah.
and pepper guy. You know, it's underrated flavor of sunflower seeds. The ranch are
Bigs.
classic.
Bigs. Yeah, Taco Supreme, dude.
Biggs,
those are
Taco
unreal.
Supreme.
Oh,
That sounds wild. That sounds
They-
sounds
those
like
are the best
18
seeds.
Kit Kat behavior. Okay,
yeah,
word.
go
I'll
all
give
out,
those a
yeah.
try. I'll give those a try. I mean, okay, so like among the other flavors though, so you got your original. What did you name? Salt and pepper and
Yeah, salt and pepper. I mean, ranch is the classic.
Ranch
I
is
think
great.
Ranch is, the one
Ranch is
everyone
great. I
goes
was gonna
to,
name
yeah.
ranch.
You can't have salt. You can't have sunflower seeds without ranch. But
A lot of my teammates like dill pickle.
I was
Not-
about to
not
say,
me, but
you'll never see me with dill pickle.
no, that's
you'll
crazy.
never see me with that.
You dill pickle guy?
No. I said
No,
one of my
no,
teammates.
you're
Yeah, okay,
teammates.
good.
Yeah, one of my
Holy
teammates.
cow.
Yeah, no, he's a little different. But
Dill pickle's wild.
have you seen this this dude's TikTok? He's been at spring training a lot lately, where he's going up to players with like I guess he's like a startup sunflower seed company, but he has like garlic parm, cinnamon churro, and barbecue.
That sounds unreal, but no,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah. No, I should have saved the TikTok when I did come across it, but
That sounds
I don't know.
gas,
Between
though.
the two, yeah, I don't know if I'm going cinnamon churro because that's like super sweet. I kind of want something probably more savory out there. You know what I'm saying? At least like when
Yeah.
it's warm.
I don't know if I could do CC. I could maybe do BBQ
Yeah.
or GP. You said GP, right?
GP, yeah.
I could
Gar
probably
par,
do GP.
Gar
yeah.
par.
Yeah, GP.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a big abbreviation guy.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah,
huge.
exactly.
Got to get those going here.
Speaking of abbreviations, nicknames on the team. I know in the baseball world that it's pretty much usually just a guy's last name, maybe a sort of a nickname like Sticks or something.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that. Baseball, it's like a whole different language. I see an iPhone note on, on Mike's phone.
We got a
here.
huge list.
we got
What do we
a
got
little
for
list
nicknames?
for you here.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I'll try to give you the good ones. We got Aiden Delinsky, right-hand pitcher. We call him the Hood Fave. We got Andrew Reed, big Texas guy, so we call him Big Tex. That's a classic. Ansel Bomber's a freshman pitcher. And Brett, I don't know if you know Brett from the VPC. He's our strength trainer, of course.
Shout out Brett. Yeah, he's
back in the early days of this year, he asked me, he said, what's that kid's name again? Because it was one of the first lifts. He said, what's his name? Angus? And his name's Ansel Bomber. So he's forever Angus now. That's Angus to me forever. Who else do we got? Donnie Civilella. We got Donnie Boygas. Yeah. Donnie Boygas, that's him. We got Jason P. There's only one Jason on the team, but he's forever Jason P. You have to put the P on the end of P. Who else? Nick McLaughlin. He's our third roommate here. We call him Mini Mac because there was a Ryan McLaughlin who came to NYU first.
One of the best baseball players ever at NYU. Shout out Ryan.
Shout out Ryan. He was the GOAT here. So he was original Mac. So Nick is Mini Mac. That's his older brother. And Richard Beggy, Dickie Bags.
Yeah.
That's a
that maths.
Yeah.
That checks out. Okay, I like
so
that.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Is there anyone who? Well, first of all, I think there's. Brett is like pretty notorious to like not be great with names, so that's really fitting. I think there is an Angus on the men's volleyball team, but
okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Oh,
Anyways, yeah. Is there anyone whose nickname like really suits them? Maybe not so much an abbreviation of their name, but like, where it's just like, like that's perfect for them. Maybe not.
Hood Fave.
Yeah, the Hood Fave.
I don't even know. Do you know where that started?
I have no idea.
I just
but
remember
it
Joe Augie. He was talking about it. He was just like, this is the Hood Fave, 100%.
Yeah, he is the Hood Fave, too. That's the thing. I like Donnie Boygas, too, because Donnie's good on the grill. Shout out to you, Donnie. I know you keep it fresh on the. Oh, he's great on the grill. He's a grill master.
What's he slinging?
Donnie's a Jersey boy. He's got he slings burgers. I bet he's got those pork roll Sammies on deck.
Yeah.
I bet he makes a nice pork roll Sammy. What else he got on there on the burger on the?
I don't know. I've seen some dogs. I feel like out there. He's a big
Definitely.
glizzy guy for
glizzies,
sure.
Yeah.
Donnie
Glizzies.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of glizzy guys on this team.
A lot of gobblers. Huh?
Oh yeah.
Gobblers and goblins
For sure.
You gotta appreciate a person on the grill that toasts the bread a little bit.
Oh yes, that's
A
it.
little bit.
100%.
Now, what's your go-to bread at like a 4th of July, a Memorial Day, like these types of like cookout outings? You know what I'm saying? Because there's a number out there.
I don't want to be too bougie, but I like a nice ciabatta roll. That might be a little crazy. I don't want to get too crazy with you. I'm good with, a nice whole wheat or, a potato roll.
Potato rolls.
Potatoes on
You
me.
get a little bit of yellowing, just like this table.
A little butter maybe. A little butter on the
Is that like different from like a Hawaiian roll? You know what
Hawaiian
rolls?
rolls
Those
are
are
unbelievable.
unreal. Yeah, I haven't had those in a while
They're
since I was
sweet.
home, but yeah, those are probably the best.
That King's Hawaiian.
Yeah.
King's
Oh,
Hawaiian,
that's the best
right.
ones. Yeah,
That's royalty right there.
From Costco. Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, Martin's too. Martin's be carrying. Martin's potato rolls and
Martin's?
then King's Hawaiian.
never
Yeah.
had
Okay.
Martin's is like the potato roll brand.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. It's
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of the classic.
I forget the word. I suppose like general, not even like where an item becomes or a brand becomes so popular for an item that it becomes the name.
The
of
name
that
of it.
item.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a
Yeah, that's
Band-Aid
what it
kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like
when
a
really
bandage.
it's a bandage.
Yeah.
But like Band-Aid, like monopolize the industry out here. Next one is probably a little bit reverting back to the earlier part of the conversation, but like welcome to college, welcome to NYU, welcome to NYC moment. We've been finding in the first 12 episodes that sometimes those are just wild subway stories, but whatever that might be, a welcome to New York City moment for you guys.
We have a wild WSP moment freshman year. If Mike wants to take this, he knows a lot about it.
Yeah, I had a firsthand account of this. We were sitting there in WSP. I think it was about the first week that we were here, and it was the group of us from the team. We said, what, it'd be nice, a nice day out. Let's go have some lunch in WSP, as one does. And we learned about 5 minutes in why people don't usually do that, and it's because as we were sitting there enjoying our lunch that we just got, a woman, seemingly completely normal woman, walked over to our
Was
friend.
she normal? I don't know. She was saying some things out loud that I don't even know if we could
right.
talk about.
But she was normal enough.
Okay,
she was
yeah,
normal enough.
for-
where I was like,
for New York.
Yeah, she shouldn't be an issue.
Right.
Walks over to our buddy Jackson, sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor eating his salad.
Yeah, good hip opener.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And she comes over, hacks a loogie on him, right on his arm, yells something that I can't repeat on this podcast, and just walks away. And we were left absolutely flabbergasted. Less than a minute later, completely unrelated event, 14-person plus brawl with the skateboard crew in WSP, throwing skateboards.
They were throwing Bob's barricades at each other, just launched them. It was hilarious.
Throwing barricades, orange traffic cones flying across the park. So that was kind of we packed it up and left, and we haven't had lunch there.
Yeah, we'll never eat lunch there ever again. I try not to go there too often, honestly.
But I was like, wow, okay. I was like, this is what college is going to be like here. And honestly, that was like a little much.
Yeah,
to be honest.
that doesn't happen
very much. Yeah, but
Yeah, and the best part is that, like you said, like you were having lunch. That's a normal Tuesday at 2 p.m.
Oh yeah,
100%.
right in the middle of the day. It was like a normal day, work
And
day.
everyone went on with their business. That was it.
Yeah.
It was the end of the day.
No one batted an eye. No, it's wild here, bro. I fully believe that. You can't mess with the skaters there, though. The culture is very. It's a
Tight
strong. Yeah, it's a strong culture over there in the skating community.
They are fun to watch. I actually got to say,
Yeah,
I like watching the skate. They're good. Yeah. I like going to
You got some artists there as well.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
They be doing their thing with the chalk on the ground. Maybe we get them on the podcast. Travel stories. Just speaking of. Really just any wild stories that have occurred over you guys' early careers thus far. You guys travel a lot. You guys go to some pretty cool cities. Do you have any cool travel stories for us?
We had last year on the way to Case Western, we took a bus. So Case is in Ohio. So we're driving straight west, right through Pennsylvania. And we were about halfway there when everyone's sitting around and a smell starts to kind of fill the bus. And, you could tell everyone knows it because everyone's kind of looking around, checking each other. And it's like a gasoline gas kind of smell. So it's like, all right, what's going on here? And then it starts to get smoky. Like you could see the smell in the bus. So we were like, all right, something's going on here. So we pull the bus over on the side of the road and like one of the engines like blew out or something like that. So we're in like the middle of rural Pennsylvania for like 9 hours. Like it was like, I think it took us like close to 12 hours to get to Case that day. But we were sitting there like on the side, on like a mountain. Dudes are like climbing the mountain because they're getting bored and coach is yelling at them to get off the mountain. But that was a pretty wild story. So we had to sit in the middle of like rural Pennsylvania for about a few hours until like a school bus came and picked us up and drove us all the way to Case.
Good Lord.
So that was a good one.
When you guys are traveling like that, like it's very common in college baseball that people be going to like Golden Corral, like teams go to Golden Corral. I've seen other programs. Where are you guys going when it comes to like team meals?
We actually are pretty fortunate too with that. We've had some good meals, like a down on the Florida trip. Like some parents will hook us up and we'll go to like a steakhouse or something. Nice. Then also when we went to Schenectady in the fall, I think we stopped at a McDonald's, the most overpriced McDonald's ever. Paid like $16 for a Big Mac. So it's really like all around, like you can kind of get every type of experience whenever we're eating somewhere. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think lately we've been a Subway team. We've been getting a lot of Subway, especially at we take the ferry almost every day to Staten Island, and there's a Subway each way. There's a Subway on each side, I think.
Right.
And I see a lot of guys walking around with Subway Sammys. So I would say we're mostly a Subway team right now. But
have you been hitting Subway with that?
I will never be hitting Subway. I got to be honest. Not a huge Subway fan. Probably the worst sandwich you can get.
That's crazy.
Okay. Jersey Mike's.
That's
way
a crazy
better.
take.
Jersey Mike's.
I might as well just go to a deli. I'm in New York City, right? Do you agree with that? I don't know.
I would say I feel that way about pizza when people go to Domino's here.
Yeah,
like we
what's
live
the
in New
point
York
of that?
City. Like I'll understand if it's super late and that's your only option. Fine, but on the Subway front, what are you copping? From there?
Italian BMT.
That's the only way.
Oh yeah, urban cheese bread.
Yeah,
urban cheese bread. You're not getting that urban
toasted.
cheese. 100%. You're not getting that urban cheese bread anywhere else. You can go to delis around here. I get it. I've been there.
He does have you on that.
I've been through. It's like the Italian urban cheese bread. I would pay $100 for it. I'm not kidding. I wouldn't pay that, but I would get an Italian BMT on that with a little Chipotle mayo for sure.
Right. And then if for whatever reason the BMT ain't hitting, spicy Italian.
That's
same
it.
thing without what, the ham?
Yeah,
Maybe
you can't
same
go
thing.
wrong. Yeah,
pepperoni salam.
Oh yeah, little
That's pretty
capicola.
good.
Can't go wrong.
What are you getting pregame meal wise?
Sometimes I don't even eat.
Okay.
That's one thing.
Well, yeah, you do have the 18 Kit Kats to look forward to.
Yeah. I wait for all the meals at the game. Or, Chipotle's a big one. Honestly, like some breakfast sandwich or something. That's honestly my biggest thing. So it'd be usually an early morning game or something that right before or right after class
Especially
I got to go.
on a weekend.
Yeah, I'll just grab a quick sandwich from like Bagel Belly or Bagel Market just opened on 14th Street.
Oh, yeah.
Really
How
good
is
spot.
that?
Really good.
I
Yeah.
haven't had it yet. Have you guys been to that food market, like that food hall next to Palladium?
Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah,
urban
I was
space.
just there last night. Yeah,
It's not bad,
Flyables.
right?
Yeah, good
Yeah,
spot.
I mess with it.
They
People
take
like
the-
the urban space right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they take the
Really vibing with
NYU
it.
dollars too.
No
the dining
way.
dollars. Yep.
Wow,
Campus
big
cash.
W.
Yeah, I just learned that.
Big W. What else have you tried there?
That was it.
Just
I
fly
went
bowls?
there twice now.
I've been
bowls.
twice. I think I tried the Greek spot, and then I think the Mexican spot. I got a burrito from there. It was good.
Solid.
Yeah.
Nice.
Have you just had the playa bowls as well?
I actually haven't been there
Yeah,
yet,
been there
no.
yet.
But I've heard good things.
Okay. Your approach to prior to stepping into the box, what's going through your head? Are those like mechanical cues? Are those I just got to look super tough right now? What's going through the dome piece as you step in?
Honestly, I just love hearing my music that's going to be playing, and then I'm just locked in from there. I try to have a good time out there. That's the biggest thing. My song is Waiting in School, and it's one of my favorite songs right now, and I think that's just going to really get me going for the season.
Having walk-up music is like super fire in this sport. Oh, yeah. You know, there's nothing like
You can't compete, yeah.
No, you can't
Baseball's
compete
the best with that.
because like you'll have pregame music in other sports, but there's nothing ongoing.
Yeah.
Like, and plus, like, that's the one part of baseball where it's like the individualistic part where it's just like, yo, spotlight.
You get your personal moment. I
You
love
get your
that
15
about the
seconds.
sport. Yeah.
Big main character. I mess with it. We're seeing a little bit of it now, but team culture, just how do you guys come together the way that you do and become as close as you are?
I mean, our team, we actually like almost like get yelled at it for being so close to each other. Yeah. Like we are way too friendly with one another, and like it kind of shows out there on the field during practice where we like coaches yelling at us to try and like be more like aggressive towards each other and like take that other guy's spot. But yeah, we have that problem of like we're just so close as a team that like no one wants to be like mean to each other. But I don't know if that's what you think, Mike. But
yeah, no, I kind of agree to an extent. I would say we spend so much time together, especially with the travel, you know, because we have, I think, a unique experience here. We have to, you know, if we're playing a game or a practice in Staten Island, we got to take the subway together. We have to get on the ferry together. So we do a lot of things together, and we end up spending like basically the entire day with each other because by the time you go to wherever you're going, you have your practice, you come back, the whole day is gone. And you've been with each other the whole day. So when you just spend that much time with somebody, like, you just get close, you know, things happen. And, yeah, I love these guys. And, like, yeah, I think Coach would like us to be a little more, like, at each other's throats, you know, kind of. But I'd say we do a good job of balancing. You know, we still have that competitive fire. But, like, when it's, you know, when we step off the field, we're boys, we're family, we love each other, yeah. So.
That's great. That's great to hear. We're getting a little bit of a sneak peek of it before, but just playing for Coach Kimbler, if you each could just speak on what that experience has been like thus far.
Yeah, I love playing for Coach Kimbler. I mean, the thing is, I think he's simple. He's kind of a simple guy when it comes to, you know, his philosophy. He preaches his philosophy all the time. So it's very clear, you know, what he's looking for and what he wants, at least to me. And I think guys get into trouble sometimes when they try to kind of overcomplicate it. You know, it's pretty simple. He's not trying to reinvent the wheel. He's a tough coach. He'll tell you when you're doing something wrong, but I don't think he overcomplicates the game, which is what I like. And I think if we were to do, you know, as a team, if you know we keep working towards what he wants and to do the things that he wants in his way and just, you know, not really overcomplicate it, I think we're in a really good spot for success. Yeah.
He's also a really lighthearted guy, in my opinion. Like, he might act like he's, like, being really tough or something, but honestly, like, down to earth, he's pretty nice, dude. A lot of jokes, too. He's a big jokester.
He's a jokester. He's got good ones.
Yeah, I know. I be seeing it in the office. It's super funny to be a part of.
Great guy.
For sure. I was thinking about when I'd be at, like, a men's or women's basketball game, and then you guys would just come in, like, as a full unit.
Oh, yeah. We're loud when we come, too.
Oh, yeah,
we're loud.
For sure. There's no doubt about it. What are some NYU varsity teams you enjoy watching play?
Women's basketball, probably one of the best teams in the country. I don't know their ranking right now.
Number
yeah,
6.
they're a really good team. I know some people on the team, too, so it's fun to watch.
Yeah. Who do you know on the team?
Honor Culpepper.
Honor.
Yeah.
Who's been on the podcast?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I gotta watch that. Yeah.
Honor and Teeter, yeah. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's cool.
And Bell, shout out Bell.
Yeah,
Bell, just
VPC, yeah.
Killing it in the VPC.
And also on the court, just an unbelievable.
Oh, she's on there. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
That's my girlfriend's favorite player. She'd be showing up to games. She's like, "Yo, I want a Bell jersey." I'm like, "That's not." I'm like, "That's not how it works,
right?"
Yeah.
I would like a signed Bell jersey, please.
I know. There are some photos that we have of where she's D'ing up on someone, like arms fully out, because she has like a good wingspan, and she just has that like intimidating scowl on her. Bro, if I'm bringing ball up and I see sis, it's
I'm passing the ball. Yeah,
passing
it away.
Yeah, it feels like a double team. For you, Mike, what other NYU varsity teams do you enjoy watching play?
I like watching the wrestlers, actually. I've been getting into that recently. I'm really into it right now. And, I've met some of the guys, and they're great guys. And it sounds like they're having a good season so far. And, I haven't gotten to a match yet, but I want to go to some matches in the future. And they're great. They're a great group. So shout out you guys.
No, for sure. Yeah, we had wrestling on just 2 episodes ago. It was Cooper and Trent.
Okay.
Furman. Yeah. Who are some guys that you know?
I know Jack Haydorn. I was doing
Jack
a little
Haydorn.
jiu-jitsu
Big
with
Jack
Jack.
Haydorn
Yeah.
fan. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Jack. He came to a jiu-jitsu class with me.
No shot.
Yeah,
That's
do a little
fire.
jiu-jitsu. He came and was throwing around a blue belt like it was nothing. So I think that guy went home and thought about his jiu-jitsu career a little bit after that experience. But
Yeah, the wrestlers are super dope for real.
Yeah, they're legit.
Yeah, all over the place. Like I went to a couple of practices last week when we were in this new building. We were just capturing some footage, and I got to actually speak with like more than 3 of them at a time. Yeah, just a bunch of cool ass dudes for real. My last question, or rather to have us wrap here, is really just career aspirations. I mean, do you know what those might be thus far? Even just general like career interests that you have, and what might have inspired them.
All right, yeah. I mean, for just this summer, I don't really know my full-time career aspirations. I want to own a business one day. Don't know what field I want to be in. But this summer I'll be working in accounting at PwC. So nothing too fun, probably a lot of work, but make some money here and there. But yeah, I don't know what I want to do the rest of my life. I mean, maybe in sports somewhere would be fun. I don't know. It's really early, right? I got time.
Always got time. It's never too late.
Mike's got some big plans though.
No, I right now I'm in finance, generally speaking. I'm working in private equity right now in Florida. But honestly, I just intend on dominating whatever space I end up in. I don't really care what it is. Right now it's finance, it's PE, and that's going really well. But like Gabe said, eventually I'm looking to start something on my own. And I just want to take it all the way. I don't know.
Whatever it is, go all in on it.
That's it.
That's the goal.
That's it.
Yeah, it's not that hard to start your own business. I did it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if I can do it. You know
What's
what
your
I'm
business? Can you talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. So it's KD, my initials, multimedia. Essentially, I was reflecting back on my path during the pandemic. And so I walked on at Wheaton in Massachusetts to their baseball team. And they're like an unbelievable school, athletically. Like they're top 25 every year. And they play in a super competitive conference in the NUMAC, like Babson, MIT, Clark, et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, okay, like this was like a note to me, like, bruh, you just walked onto a top 25 program. That means that you probably could have gotten recruited at many other Division III schools that are not in the top 25, for instance, if it's all relative. And so I was like, damn, like the reason among the reasons I didn't get recruited was I couldn't afford Perfect Game. I couldn't afford Baseball Factory or any of these like super expensive video services. So I launched my own thing where I just make highlight videos for high schoolers or college athletes just looking to play at the next level at a way more affordable rate. So instead of like $500 to go to Perfect Game for a weekend, if that.
Way more than that.
Yeah, and you're like, yo, I'm a shortstop. And they're like, yeah, so we're going to have you play right and you're going to bat ninth. And it's
you're going to throw like 2 balls from the outfield.
Exactly.
And we'll take a video.
Right, on a crow hop. And it's just like, it's not what we were looking for. And so, so basically I just went all in on that. And then I think I mentioned on our previous episode, but basically, like I was just doing my thing with starting my own business and just pumping out mad videos. And then there was somebody at the NCAA that saw it that I just made a connection with at a previous convention in the past. She happened to be friends with our athletic director. Our athletic director reached out to his friend and was like, yo, like I need a media person. Do you know of anyone? And he was like, and she goes, yo, like I know exactly who you need. So that's how I literally ended up here. So
that's unreal.
Full circle.
That's sick.
I love
Full
that.
circle. Literally just doing, just start your own business, just trust the process. Like, don't worry so much about, should I classify it as an LLC or not?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
just go.
Just do it.
Yeah, just get out the gates.
I needed to hear that, honestly. That's good stuff.
I think a lot of times it's taking that first step. Like I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of people, it's hard to take that step, but once you get going, it's all downhill.
A little bit of the apprehension was like, damn, like I don't know how it's going to be received. Like, are people just going to make fun of me? Like, yo, look at this kid trying to start. Bro, I got a full-time job now. You know
Hell
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Well, I was wearing those sunglasses when I started it, so it was the hater blockers that kept me
That's
moving.
it.
Hey, the haters keep you going, right?
Yeah, shout out to the
Oh,
haters,
yeah.
man.
Facts.
Yeah, shout out to the haters. And if you're listening, man, don't be afraid to try something. Try
That's
it.
right. That's
Go
right.
for it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Because if you're worried about what people are gonna think about you, you're never gonna get anywhere.
That's right.
That's all it is. You're never gonna do anything great, which is fine if you don't want to do anything great. But you gotta go for it if you want to go for it.
Wise words from Double M.
That's it, baby.
Mike, Gabe, you guys got anything for me or for us before we wrap here?
No, just a big thank you. I really appreciate this. A lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks so much, Kyle.
Hopefully everyone else enjoys it too, but this is a great time.
Yeah,
hopefully
and
we can do it
you
again.
Guys. And thank you guys,
Yeah.
NYU. Thank you, NYU Athletics. Everyone who makes this possible. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for everyone who made this building possible, this new building.
Building is
immersive.
beautiful.
This building's
Can't wait to
unreal.
see it
This is
You
the
guys
first
got an
time
early
I've been
look.
here.
Yeah,
this is
compared to
sweet.
most. Right. All right, cool. Yo, Mike, Gabe, thank you for coming through. Episode 13 in the books. New episode every Monday. So even if I don't post a clip on it that week, it's still out there. I just be getting slammed with content editing. So that's how it goes. Yeah, man, very busy. But Silence Behind the Violence podcast, episode number 13 in the books. Again, thank you guys for coming through.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us.
Thanks so much.
It's been real.